Grow with Da-Perk. This is an adult channel. If you're not at least 18 years old, I need to ask you to leave. On today's episode, we're going to make my line of growth boosters for the greenhouse. I call Brawndo in honor of one of my favorite movies and the most prophetic movie of our time. The first two parts. Part A, Reignite. Part B, Boom Blaster. But first, let's go for a field trip. Hello and welcome to my friend's house. About 2 weeks after I started the greenhouse, a friend of mine let me put these plants on his property. I'm taking care of them, I'm fertilizing them. He's gonna get free smoke. It's all gonna work out. But I did this to prove a point to you. If you don't have money or you don't have the ability to go get the stuff that I use on my greenhouse, you can do it with the easiest of means. All I've done here was I rototilled these spots. I added 1 5-gallon bucket of chicken manure and wood shavings out of my chicken coop. I re-rototilled it. And because this area is super wet, what I mean by super wet, I don't know if you have crawdads in your crayfish in your area, but that means there's subsurface water, pretty much. So, crayfish need water. This plant's growing right here. There's no signs of it being overwatered, water stress. There's no signs of burn from all the nutrients I dumped on it. I don't see, there's not one burnt tip, nothing else. You don't have to spend a bunch of money. Use the resources around you. I started growing in 1993, and the resources simply didn't exist in Ohio at that time. This plant here is my second runts plant that I gave to a friend. Let's move over to the next one. My other gelato. This was smaller than the one that went in the greenhouse. Like I said, I put 1 5-gallon bucket of chicken manure, rototilled, raked it into this mound so it's hilled up, and I got a trench around it. Needs weeded. That's so it catches any excess water. As the water runs off, it catches in there and gives it a little bit extra water. Even though we got plenty of subsurface water, a little water up towards the surface never hurt. Look at the size of that stalk. I wish I could get something like that in my greenhouse. Let's move on to this train wreck up here. Some of these are pushing 6 foot. The first one, the rainbow sherbet is. The gelato here is just over 5 foot, 5.5 foot. This train wreck is a big ball. It's about 5 foot tall. It should start coming into flower real soon because the outside harvest date is mid to late September. We're in mid-July now, so any day now it should start coming into flower. But this plant will shoot up at least another foot, probably 2. It'd be a 7-foot bush. Even though it didn't go out until June 26th, it was in a 3-gallon pot to begin with, but it'll still wind up being a 7-foot bush. I didn't add no store-bought chemicals here, nothing. And you don't see no burn. They say, oh, you gotta compost chicken manure. You gotta pasteurize it. I didn't do nothing. I shoveled it in a bucket and I brought it here and I rototilled it in. Looks good. Over here, I got a Hindu Kush. Lesson about Hindu Kush, y'all. Don't top it. Don't top Hindu Kush. It turns into like a ball. Back here we got my other apple fritter. Well, it's not mine no more, but we got an outside version of apple fritter. And then another reason why I asked my friend if we could do this here is I want to compare my greenhouse apple fritter to my outdoor apple fritter and compare that to some apple fritter I grew in the house last winter. So that's my 5 plants that I had here. He only wanted 5 put in, so I only put 5. To my friend's house, where I planted 5 sister plants to the plants I have in the greenhouse outside, only using chicken manure and wood chip mix out of the bottom of my chicken coop for fertilizer. I'll see you there. Bubbling Bucket East in beautiful Batavia, Ohio. I've been shopping at this store for 2 decades now. It's been in different spots of this strip mall. Beautiful Bethel feed in Bethel, Ohio. Here to pick up compost and some supplies for my grow. Whether you're going to your local hydroponic store or someplace like this is Bethel Feed in beautiful Bethel, Ohio. They have a full line of grow products that can help you in your task. What I'm picking up here today at Bethel Feed is some green, I think it's Green Valley leaf compost. And some organic mushroom compost. My grow booster line called Brondo, the plant maximizer, because it's got the shit plants crave. First we have 3/4 of a cup of molasses in 1 gallon of water. To that, we're gonna add 15 tablespoons of langbeinite, now you can buy smaller boxes like this at local stores. And we're gonna take right now we're gonna take a field trip to go shopping for that stuff. Now that I got that mixed up, now that I got that all added, let's mix it up some. And it'll wait for each plant, when I get water them tomorrow, we'll get 1 cup of this added to this thing. And it looks like I put the labels on the wrong jugs. Good thing I made it easy to remove. I gotta go out to the greenhouse for tomorrow. Next, we gotta work on our bloom booster. Now luckily that's only got 2 parts. First part would be langbeinite. That's potassium sulfite, something like that. It's what helps your plants get their trichomes. It really feeds the resin production. This is bloom booster because this feeds the resin production. And next we're gonna add the seabird guano, which just got phosphate in it. It's wild watching that react, ain't it? I guess you can see that on video. As far as I know, langbeinite's just a mineral that they mine. It's considered natural. It's reacting with that molasses water though. Go. Now for the fun part, let's add the seabird guano for the phosphate. So after I give them a dose of the Ignite, most of them won't need a second dose. Or at least 4 of them that's getting ready that are halfway through flowering or more. I'll give them 1 dose of the Reignite, then they'll get a couple of doses of this, and then we'll be on to the next formula that I'll make in another video. This seems to be the best method for getting it to go in the jug. Just add a little bit of time. Got that all on? Mix that up some. There we go.